The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Edgar Leblanc Fils, President of the Presidential Council of the Transition of the Republic of Haiti. I request protocol to escort His Excellency and invite him to address the Assembly. Excellencies, President of the General Assembly, Secretary General of the United Nations, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Heads of Delegation, distinguished delegates, dear compatriots, I have the immense honor to represent here at the General Assembly of the United Nations the Haitian people at a particular crossroads in our history. We are a proud people. Despite all of the difficulties, we've always been able to lift ourselves up. The first black republic in the world, Haiti is proud of its heroic fight for freedom and human dignity. Today, we find ourselves at a decisive crossroads. It is with the weight of this history on our shoulders that we have a hope for a better future. This is how I address you today, calling for solidarity on the part of the international community. Allow me, firstly, to address my warm congratulations to you, Excellency Philemon Yang, former Prime Minister of Cameroon, and congratulate you on your election as President of the 79th session of the General Assembly. Haiti stands firmly by your side, and we assure you of our full support throughout your mandate in order to ensure that this session will be a success for the entire international community. I would also like to indicate the exceptional quality of the work of your predecessor at the 78th session, His Excellency Mr. Dennis Francis of Trinidad and Tobago, who conducted work with dexterity, leadership, and wisdom. I would also like to take this opportunity to express on behalf of the Haitian people our gratitude to you, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, for your visit to Haiti, your presence on our soil, and your unfailing support for our request to the Security Council, in particular with regard to reinforcement of the national police in Haiti, and for all your interventions in favor of Haiti have been very much appreciated, and we will never forget. I would like to express my extreme thanks to the international community for the support given to my country during these times of crisis. This solidarity, which can be seen through the security initiatives, also those of humanitarian aid and support for development, is very much appreciated. It is through this ongoing cooperation and adapted to our situation that Haiti is becoming stronger, more resilient, and will continue towards development and progress. I would like to greet here all Haitian compatriots throughout the world who, whilst being attached to their country of birth, are forced to seek out more favorable skies in order to make a living. Everyone recognizes that they're very hard workers, and I want to tell them, wherever they are, that the Presidential Council of Transition and the government is thinking of them whilst we await an improvement of conditions so that they can come back into the fold. I would also like to take this opportunity to greet Amnesty International and other organizations closely following up on the defense of human rights of Haitians and violations of these rights throughout the world. On behalf of the entire Haitian people, I would like to extend a brotherly greeting to all friends of Haiti that have shown solidarity towards the migrants from our country, and in particular those living in Springfield, Ohio in the United States. The long history of friendship and reciprocal solidarity between our two nations since our participation in the Battle of Savannah of 1779 have enabled us to say with confidence that the American people reject any incitement to hate against our community. The active participation of Haitian immigrants at various levels of life in the United States is tangible and significant. In this regard, the passions that naturally arise during an election campaign should never serve as a pretext for xenophobia or racism in a country such as the United States, a country forged by immigrants from all countries and which has become a model of democracy for the world. Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this 79th General Assembly is leaving no one behind, acting together for the advancement of peace, sustainable development and human dignity for present and future generations. This very much resounds with the major challenges that we are facing today. This theme is an urgent call for unity and international cooperation in a context where inequalities, conflicts and the climate crisis are rendering even more vulnerable millions of people throughout the world. Whilst many nations are struggling to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, it is more necessary than ever to guarantee that all voices, and in particular those of the most marginalized, are included in the global decision-making process. This theme is also of capital importance when it comes to the context of the crisis in Haiti. It speaks to our fight to restore peace and stability, ensuring that every Haitian citizen is able to enjoy their fundamental rights. Acting together, as underscored by the theme, is essential for Haiti because our recovery can only happen with this international solidarity. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today our world is facing unprecedented challenges that are of deep concern to the entire international community. The United Nations, in its historic mission to promote peace, security and sustainable development, is in the front lines of the crises that are not only threatening isolated nations but the entirety of humanity. Climate change undoubtedly is one of the great perils of our time. According to recent data of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global temperatures have already increased by 1.1 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era. This increase has led to an increase in intensification of climate phenomena such as hurricanes, droughts and floods, disasters which particularly affect the most vulnerable nations such as Haiti. In 2023, the United Nations Programme for Development estimated that more than 100 million additional people risk descending into poverty between now and 2030 due to the effects of climate change. For Haiti, which is part of the countries that emit the least greenhouse gases but which experiences the most devastating impacts of this, this global crisis is making it even more difficult for us to guarantee food security, access to drinking water and economic stability. Armed conflicts also continue to sow destruction and to ravage human lives. According to the High Commissioner of the United Nations for Refugees, the number of people forcibly displaced was 110 million in 2023. That's the highest figure that we've ever seen, whether it be in Syria, in Ukraine or in the Sahel region, these prolonged conflicts are exacerbating poverty, destroying vital infrastructure, and leading to massive flows of refugees. The world cannot remain inactive when millions of men, women, and children are fleeing violence in search of security and dignity. The commitment of the international community is more necessary than ever before in order to find diplomatic solutions and to promote peace initiatives. Another major challenge relates to economic inequality, which continues to get worse. According to the Human Development Report of 2023 of the UNDP, almost 1.2 billion people are still living in multidimensional poverty, namely that they lack access to essential services such as health, education, and conditions for a decent life. The COVID-19 pandemic has worsened these inequalities, pushing millions of additional people into poverty. For nations such as Haiti, this impact has been devastating. With a high level of poverty, the country is facing profound structural challenges, but these inequalities are not just a Haitian problem. They are a global problem which requires global economic reform. Moreover, the challenges linked to food insecurity have become worse in recent years. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, more than 735 million people in the world suffered from famine in 2022, an alarming increase that reflects the disruptions caused by conflicts, economic crises, and climate change. Haiti, unfortunately, is no exception to this. The World Food Programme recently underscored that almost half of the Haitian population is in a situation of acute food insecurity. This situation is not just a humanitarian emergency, but it is a threat for the stability of our nation. We must work together to strengthen our farming systems, guarantee fair access to food resources, and fight against hunger in a concerted and sustainable manner. Finally, technological progress provides new opportunities, but also new threats. The acceleration in the development of artificial intelligence, the proliferation of cyber attacks, and disinformation are endangering the stability of democracies throughout the world. The report of the International Telecommunications Union demonstrates that the digital divide remains a major challenge, with almost 2.7 billion people still not having access to the Internet in 2023. Haiti is one of the least connected countries, and we urgently need support in order to fill in this digital divide so that we can fully participate in the global economy of the 21st century. This year, Haiti reaffirms its commitment in favor of the preservation of our common heritage, the oceans. That's why today I announced proudly that Haiti will sign the agreement on marine biodiversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction adopted on the 19th of June 2023 and open for ratification since the 20th of September 2023. This agreement is a crucial tool to guarantee the protection of marine biodiversity, to promote sustainable use of marine resources and strengthen the resilience of island states such as our own in the face of climate challenges. Haiti has decided to cooperate with the international community to ensure that this agreement is a benefit to all of humanity while making our contribution to the protection of marine ecosystems on which we all depend. These global challenges can only be addressed through a renewed commitment to multilateralism, through solidarity and collective action. Haiti, despite our difficulties, is ready to cooperate with the international community to overcome these crises and build a future where peace, justice, and human dignity are triumphant. But we can't do this alone. It's only together that we can act to guarantee that no one is left behind. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in proclaiming the independence of Haiti in January 1804, General Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the founding father of our homeland, gave human rights a universal character. He began the dismantling of the colonial and slave order, and then human rights ceased just being white man's human rights and became human rights for all men and all women, namely the rights of all humankind. In this regard, and as representative of the Republic of Haiti, and as an official spokesperson for the Haitian people, I must draw the attention of the leaders of the major powers to the danger of a nuclear war threatening the existence of peoples on all continents. In this regard, on behalf of the Republic of Haiti, I launch an urgent call to all heads of state of the United Nations to prevent humanity experiencing this peril of the end of civilization on Earth. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking today with the experience of several years dedicated in the service of my country. My political career is very much anchored in the history of Haiti, and it's led me through various trials, always with the same goal in mind: the progress of my country, the pride, the restored dignity and the well-being of the Haitian people that are so downtrodden. Having presided the Senate of the Republic from 1995 to 2000, and having been a witness to critical moments in our political history, I have seen the challenges that our country has been facing. My political commitment goes back to a time when the fight for stability and democracy were everywhere. Today, as President of the Presidential Council of Transition, I find myself once again at a key point in the history of Haiti. My career has shown me that resilience and collective willingness are the only ways to guarantee a stable and prosperous future. It is with this vision, this devotion, and the strength given to me by this rich political experience that I am leading the transition, determined to lead Haiti towards peace, security, and participatory democracy through the holding of the National Conference and the renewal of politicians through free, credible, and transparent elections. The Haitian people, despite the challenges that we face, refuses to be overcome by despair. The challenges are unprecedented: devastating violence, political instability that is persistent, a precarious situation virtually everywhere, and a humiliating level of poverty that challenge the Haitian people's capacity for action and their intelligence. In the middle of this storm, we understood that we had to take a brave decision, that of coming together, becoming unified despite deep differences, in order to rise up again in full confidence towards an exit to the multi-dimensional crisis that has been afflicting us now for far too long. The creation of the Presidential Council of the Transition is how we put this decision into force. It's a tangible example of this willingness to become reconciled with ourselves. This council, which brings together organizations of civil society and the entire political spectrum, is the fruit of long negotiations. It is the embodiment of the plurality of Haitian society. Its roadmap is clear: to restore public order, to hold free and transparent elections at the end of 2025, to restore trust in the institutions of the state. In order to do this, we, those that bear responsibility at the highest levels of the state, know that we will need the support of the international community. But first and foremost, we have to be able to count on ourselves, on our resilience, our capacity to overcome differences and internal divisions. It is important to stress that the resolution of Haiti's problems lies above all on the shoulders of the Haitian people. It is our duty as a sovereign nation to take our destiny in our hands and to overcome divisions and together build a future of peace and prosperity. However, this responsibility is not just our own. The international community, the United Nations, the foreign powers that very often played a decisive role in the history of Haiti have also got their essential part to play in this restoration of peace, economic recovery, and institutional development and the establishment of the rule of law. In this sense, the failure of Haiti to recover is not that of just one nation. It is a collective failure, a global inability to fully respect the principles of solidarity, justice, and international cooperation. It is together with a shared sense of responsibility and renewed commitment that we will be able to transform this crisis into an opportunity to embark upon a sustainable path to peace. Today, Haiti is facing an unprecedented security crisis. The increase of armed gangs, generalized violence, and political instability have plunged the nation into a state of extreme vulnerability. Citizens live in fear, unable to move around freely throughout the country, to go and work or send their children to school without risk, particularly in the capital Port-au-Prince. This situation is affecting all aspects of Haitian society. It's weakening institutions, paralyzing the economy, and it's undermining hope in a better tomorrow. The future of the country is under threat. 50% of gang members from the capital region are made up of children and young people, girls and boys. They very often serve as cannon fodder during operations against the police. They are subject to serious violations of all kinds, including sexual violence. This abuse and violence exercised against children and young people, teenagers, must be considered as a crime against humanity, given the consequences that this has on future generations. The restoration of national security is an absolute priority for the Haitian authorities. They are fully committed to putting an end to this spiral of violence and to restoring order in order to guarantee every citizen the fundamental right that they have to security. They are aware that peace and stability are the indispensable foundations that will enable Haiti to rebuild and restore trust in its institutions and to ensure the socio-economic development of its people. With this in mind, the decision of the Security Council to authorize the deployment of the Multinational Security Support Mission through Resolution 2699 was a direct response to the calls of the Haitian people. This mission, although it is not a classic UN force, embodies the commitment of the international community to support Haiti in its fight against insecurity. I would like, on behalf of the Haitian people, to express my profound thanks to the contributing countries, particularly Kenya, for having accepted to take on the leadership of the mission, as well as to all countries that have provided their support. The national security forces, with the support of the mission, have already demonstrated tangible results on the ground, making it possible for the population, little by little, to see normal life restored, but a lot still remains to be done. Haiti has hosted several United Nations missions over the last 3 decades, particularly MINUSTAH. Although some of these missions have helped to temporarily stabilize the country, they have also left behind a heavy heritage of consequences. Allegations of serious violations of human rights have eroded the trust of the Haitian people. The lack of prosecutions and reparations for the victims have reinforced a sentiment of impunity, undermining the efforts at rebuilding. Nevertheless, it's never too late to act and to learn lessons from the past. By rethinking the approach, we have the opportunity to boost the reputation of international missions in Haiti and to build a future that is better for the Haitian people. It is in this spirit that we would like to see a thought being given to transforming the security support mission into a peacekeeping mission under the mandate of the United Nations. This transformation would make it possible not only to secure more stable funding and to extend the capacity of the mission, but also it would make it possible to strengthen the commitment of member states to security in Haiti. I am convinced that this change of status, whilst recognizing that the errors of the past cannot be repeated, would guarantee the full success of the mission in Haiti. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before this assembly as the voice of the Republic of Haiti, a country whose history is inextricably linked to the ideals of freedom and justice that we all celebrate here. But Haiti, the first independent black nation of the world, today is the greatest victim of a historical injustice which has not only delayed our development but has also saddled our people with a burden, the repercussions of which we still feel today. In 1825, just 21 years after having won its freedom at the cost of a heroic fight, Haiti was forced to pay a colossal debt to France, the colonizing country, in exchange for recognizing its independence. This ransom, imposed under threat, siphoned off resources of the young nation, plunging it into an infernal cycle of impoverishment, which it still struggles to overcome. This debt was a form of punishment for our audacity in throwing off the chains of slavery and raising up Haitians to claim their human dignity. It was an unjust penalty which asphyxiated the economic and social potential of the black people of Haiti for generations. In today's context, where more than ever attention is being paid to efforts to restore without delay security and respond to the immense humanitarian needs in Haiti, I think it is important to draw the attention of this assembly to the after effects of our colonial past and the ransom paid to certain powers that have largely mortgaged the development of Haiti. It is worth recalling that Haiti was the only country to have paid for its independence, obtained, however, through the fire and the sword. On the eve of the 200th anniversary of this unprecedented event in history, hasn't the time come for these amounts paid to be returned? In this regard, my country welcomes the proposals made by a number of governments and also some agencies of the United Nations for specific action with regard to recognition, reparation and restitution for the wrongs of the past. Haiti has absolute confidence in the United Nations organization, the pillars of which are the fight against inequality between peoples and the maintenance of peace between nations, that it will play its role in order to facilitate dialogue between the victim countries of colonization and the former colonial powers. Here, at the 79th session of the General Assembly, Haiti, and through my person, Haiti is not only here to request reparations, but to ask a question of principle, that of imminent justice. My approach is resolutely committed, structured and well documented. The National Committee for Restitution and Reparation, in cooperation with CARICOM's Restorations Commission, has already undertaken exhaustive work on this subject. We demand recognition of the moral and historic debt and the implementation of just and appropriate reparations which will make it possible for our people to free themselves from the invisible chains of this unjust past. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, history teaches us that nations do not rise up in isolation, but by unifying forces in a resolute commitment to build a better future. Haiti, this land that has offered the world a symbol of unshakable freedom and which has helped several nations to throw off their yoke of barbaric colonialism, is not looking for charity, but justice. respect. Respect for its dignity and its right to a dignified and prosperous existence. The challenges that we face today are certainly huge, but they are not insurmountable. They require of us all a shared vision, a profound sense of our common humanity, and determination to turn crises into opportunities for renewal. Each nation, be they small or large, rich or vulnerable, has part of our collective future in their hands. It is in this interdependence that resides the genuine strength of multilateralism. May this general debate be the moment where we reaffirm our unfailing commitment towards peace, human dignity, and sustainable development, because what we do today will resound for centuries to come. History will judge the way that we have been able to respond to the challenges of our times, together in a spirit of solidarity and cooperation. We can and we must build a future where no people, no nation is left behind. Long live Haiti. Long live international cooperation. Tomorrow, another country. Tomorrow, another world. I thank you for your attention. On behalf of the Assembly, I wish to thank the President of the Presidential Council of the Transition of the Republic of Haiti.
Seguidamente, las